Okay, so I didn't do any trades on Tuesday. So this is Wednesday, April 13th, and I was trading CRTD. So I switched over here to the daily chart to see if there was any resistance at $1.29 on this candle here, and then $1.31 on this other one. So in the $1.30 area, and this is already at that spot. So I figured this is going to have resistance here, so I didn't want to jump into it. So I was waiting for it to kind of prove itself, and it started to a little bit. So if you see here, it went up to $1.45, but then it started to have some trouble. So it slowed down a little bit. And you see if I move up here to about 7.5 minutes into the video, you can see it started to move sideways on the 1 minute there, and it didn't quite break over that $1.45 area until just recently. About 2 minutes ago it did, but it was a false breakout, and then now it's breaking out on this candle. And you can see it'll start to go up a little bit higher. I want to say it gets up to like $1.50 or $1.55 or something. See, that's a lot of resistance at 150. Gets up to 155 and then comes back down. And then it started to have trouble getting over that $1.55 area. Once it did get over that, though, it started to kind of show that it was a good support area. So it ended up going up to about $1.65 here. When it came back down, this is where I ended up purchasing for $1.55. So I want to point out a few things there. When I buy it, should be right there. So you can see this topping tail on the 5 minute. That's a pretty big indicator to not be buying it right there. I probably should have let that candle fully play out, see where it ended. And then on the 1 minute, it kind of had the same thing. So topping tail and then a red candle is not usually two things you want to see in a row, at least in my experience. So I should have probably not purchased it at this price, but I had thought that it was going to bounce off that because it was showing strong resistance earlier, and then it did show that it was support afterwards. So then at this point, it was maybe a little bit too late, late to the party, I guess. So you can see where it just kind of keeps coming down a little bit. It shows that strong resistance there starting to build up. I think it does actually break through this just for a quick second and then comes back down. When it came up through this, I was thinking, okay, well maybe that is a good spot to have bought it at. But then it couldn't get through $1.60, so that's where it came back down, and really just kind of kept going down. So let's see here, go forward a little bit, and you can see where it starts to get closer to this 9 EMA, the 9 moving average, and that's what I was kind of thinking it might bounce off of. So I was ready to sell it if it went through that area, but I didn't want to sell it if it was going to bounce off that area. So I was watching it close there. But then at this point right here, you can see it gets down. It goes down a couple cents past $1.44, and that's about the area that I end up selling it. So it's a $48 loss in gross profits. So that's not even including commissions and stuff yet. But you can also see where it doesn't really, it kind of tries to bounce off that, but it just really keeps going down to the VWAP. And I think I cut out the recording there, but I'm pretty sure that just kind of kept falling down. So in the end, it ends up being a $48 gross profit loss. I bought it at 155 and sold it at $1.43 with commissions and fees and everything. It ends up being a $56, 56.37 loss. So it's not very good. That's obviously a bigger loss than I've had winners. It's pretty close to the amount of a winner. I guess I had $61 winner on Monday, so pretty much took away all those profits though. So now we're sitting at $599.84 in the small account. So we'll see if we can bring that back up over the next week. But yeah, that's it for this trade recap. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.